Hello, welcome back to greentv.com, where I am so proud and pleased and honored to do a series called Meet the Solutionaries. I interview scientists, politicians, activists, filmmakers, authors, business people, clean tech, green biz, you name it. But most of all, scientists, because it calls to me, it speaks to me as a woman trying to change the climate for some years now. That passion for climate action. Got this little meme, if you see something, save something. Like get people to wake up and smell the carbon. Green the grid. Harmonize the waste stream. Harmonize the waste stream. I've never heard those words.
Yeah, harmonize the waste stream would be.
I like the way it sounds. I hate waste, whether it's trash talk, talking about wasting food, water, energy, resources, or waste of lives and money and time and resources. We've kicked the carbon can down the road so long. Green climate bubble, what's happening? The green elephant in the room all around us. It's like money talks, make it shout for the planet. I like that. Green collar jobs. I'm sorry for
green. There you go. Green collar jobs. Yes. Turning blue collars into green collars.
Television that covers the green beat. So many years, so many great stories, so many great causes, so many great activists. And of course, me being on a mission to bring green media to the mainstream. When I went to all these news executives, program executives, they said, oh, we don't think so, and they never had a good reason. And then they would stop responding to my emails because there is no good reason. If a humanitarian crisis, existential crisis of our lifetimes, code red for humanity, and there's not one program anywhere except maybe on Earth Day on what we're going to do to get out of this planetary pickle. We need to do more eco-force action. When people say you're so committed, I say, and I may end up committed if we don't get some results here soon. Our personal health can only be as good as our planetary health. If we don't wake up now and get off our gases, I don't know, I'm not very optimistic. It's called At War with the Dinosaurs. And I feel like I've been at war with the dinosaurs. If it's the existential crisis of our time, where's the TV show? Sounds like network news. No programming on the biggest
So I said to myself, well, this is just wrong. You've got to cover the most important thing happening on the planet.
Covering the extreme weather because it's so, dramatic when the guy's standing there in the middle of the hurricane and going sideways, the rain, the wind, hurricane, I call them, especially undeniable thanks to the extreme weather and all the other impacts we're seeing if you just open your eyes.
Exactly.
Talking about one of my favorite subjects, and that is electric vehicles. Why I started Don't Be Fueled back in 2002, driving to electric, our electric future. I remember when Chris Payne's movie, Who Killed the Electric Car, came out. And then, of course, the follow-up on that. But it's certainly just the tip of the melting iceberg. That's great. It's not really upcycling or downcycling, but kind of side cycling. Trying to bring solar and renewable power to everyone. The 6,000-year history of solar power. That we're going to be able to get off our gases, cut our emissions in half in the next 8 years. Because being green, I get irked by so many things, from straws to idling to eco-illiteracy. If you see something, say something. Planetary pickle, what's happening to our planet, and solutions that I have seen. I don't know anybody who doesn't make trash, and I don't know anyone who's plastic free. The problem of plastic pollution, and of course our oceans are sucking carbon out of the atmosphere. What we need to do is get our greenhouse gas emissions back to 350 parts per million. Got to get off our gases. Wake up and smell the carbon, as I say. So oil doesn't have us over a barrel. Pun maybe intended, but not funny at all. Because I say putting on the green glasses and looking for ways to conserve. Last time I checked, them eat, breathe, and drink. So they're not sustainable. But by the time they die off, the rest of us will be on our way. Because they have reservations on another planet, right? This is wacky, and I think we're perked. We're learning, really, as a society, that this really matters, our carbon footprint and output, and that every little bit matters. And as people wake up to smell the carbon, as I say, and realize we have to get off our gases, we have less than 8 years to cut our emissions in half. Where we are now has not stopped the lies and the politicking and the polarizing of something that is really just physical science. Hopefully this one is not Nopenhagen, but there's some Hopenhagen happening. The planet crowd, I've never heard that expression, but I'm part of it. Eco-literacy is a problem, I'd say. I call it theft and murder because it is theft of our children's future, and it is a life and death issue. First thing we need to do is apologize to our children for what we've done to our climate, to our planet. There's so much educating to do. We kind of went from what problem? It's just like the public in America and maybe around the world to, oh yeah, it's too late. Of course, we're screwed. And doesn't that drive you crazy, as it does me? What about that place in between? And what about our kids and grandkids. And the silver green lining in this, how courageous companies thrive by giving more than they take. Yeah, he was a great green hope. He's one of the ones who was supposed to have gotten it with his, bringing electric cars, and the carbon can got kicked down the road. Get off our gases, as I say, snowpocalypse, the future is green or not at all. Well, I guess one bit of silver green lining is with gas prices high, there's more interest than ever, demand for electric carb. You go on a low carb diet, if you will, from individuals to businesses to countries. I was trying to decide if I should buy the organic bananas from another country or the local ones that were not organic. And as I said, it was kind of like, I couldn't decide. And I was doing the banana split. I decided I couldn't. A rind is a terrible thing to waste. Hemp hooray. Cleaner, greener grid, as clean and green as you can find, not just the containers, but what you're filling. It's all about the issue of biodiversity loss and species extinction, and green as many buildings, or educate about the need to build sustainably as you can. There's no planet B. Birds dropping out of the sky, or bird die-offs as they're calling them. What is more important? And there's great urgency. We have no time.
Yeah, well, I keep hoping that something will slap us upside the head hard enough that we, finally get it. Frankly, I think the most likely thing will be an economic shock.
Everyone's affected, or at least, as I say, only those who eat, drink, or breathe. And yet, not everyone who eats, drinks, or breathes is having hunger strikes. So kudos to you for carbon literacy. As I say, got you to smell the carbon. And what'd you do?
Oh, I love that.
I call it oceans on acid, but of course it's not funny at all. We have so far to go. We're here in terms of sustainability, and here farther, but you won't see my hands if I do this, and in this generation, so much has to change in our energy systems, our economic systems, our thinking, our consciousness.
Absolutely.
I'm very green, good green citizens, pioneer in green living, really all things green. And I call that womanifesting change, not manifesting, but womanifesting.
Amen.
Hey, women.
Ba-dum-bum.
Since plastic is inert, prepare for dark humor here. Does that mean we might live longer?
Man, would that be good or bad?
The plastic lasts forever, pretty much, and it's flowing through our bloodstream. Maybe that could be a green lining to the cloud. Go forth and greenify as quickly as you can. And raise your eco IQ. This should be the cause that unites the whole world. Climate change is the only common enemy we have. Mother Nature's not waiting till we get our act together. That's why we are here. And please, everyone watching, subscribe to our wonderful programming, and also donate, please, because we're all volunteering for this cause. It's a labor of love, but we want to expand our programming to go eventually to 24/7. Why not? Like, that may sound like, that you're dreaming, Betsy. People look at me like that. What do you mean a GNN, like a Green News Network, Green TV version of CNN, whatever. I say, well, what is more important and compelling and urgent than this kind of programming? And clearly there's a need for it, because there's a low eco IQ in this country, and we're not good environmental stewards, and it hasn't been taught in school. That's changing. And yes, the next generation show promise doing better than we boomers did in terms of being environmental stewards, but we don't have time to wait till they grow up and take these jobs and change everything, because we're still piling more, how do you save the planet? One interview at a time. And thank you for enlightening us with your wisdom and your charm. Godspeed, and just go forth and greenify and speak louder and more often. Thanks so much. Have a great green day. What happened to your light? Your light went out. See, that's what's going to happen. When we use up all the energy, the lights are going to go out.
Oh my goodness.